Welcome back to the third and final Transfer Portal CFB YouTube draft presented by No Context CFB. Today, we are drafting stinkers. We are drafting the worst teams in FBS. 5 teams for 5 people, 25 teams. Unfortunately, please don't be offended when your team shows up on this list. But the result, the game of this draft is you're going to get the number of points that your team wins during the regular season. Hopefully we don't draft anybody that plays in the postseason. Hopefully that's not happened, where we can be better at prognosticating football.
That happened last year. Some idiot took Duke.
I had Kansas. And the fewest points wins. It's golf. So we're trying to score the total cumulative fewest amount of wins on the 2023 season. Yeah. Sounds good to everybody?
Yeah,
hopefully
we all
go ahead and pick up our Transfer Portal CFB preview magazine. You can read just about how much all of these teams stink, because we do cover all the teams. We don't just write about Alabama and Ohio State. All right, our draft order coming up: 5 rounds. The 5th pick in our snake draft belongs to Adam.
Ooh, a different order.
a lot riding on the line here, because all of us were very outspoken about some stinker teams here in conference preview pods.
That's true. 4th pick is Matt.
Ooh.
I mean, this is like we're fighting for Wembanyama right now. Like to be in the top 3 is just a dream come true.
3rd, me, Dan.
Oh my! Oh.
2nd overall belongs to Liam.
Let's go.
That's tough.
Karan.
I lost that on 1B. I lost that on 1B.
That is good.
Take it away. The worst team in FBS this year is.
I know who Liam's gonna pick. I really want to say, but I'll go with them. I'll go with the UMass Minutemen. I just think they're in a poor place, and I'll give Liam his pick. I'm a nice guy.
Let's go. Kent State is the worst team in the country. Thank you so much. And their schedule is brutal. I got the number 1 value with the number 2 pick. Basically, the Spurs just passed on Wembanyama.
This was a 3-team draft. So I'm gonna go and take the Old Dominion Monarchs.
Oh, it's only 3.
Great pick.
I could go 5 in this one.
I'm sorry. I meant
You meant like a
like Paul
3-team.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
A 3-team race for the worst.
Yeah. Sorry, my mistake.
I'll take FIU.
Old Dominion, just a great pick at 3.
You
gotta commend the research there.
No.
No, I mean that's like no, you shouldn't have.
I don't care.
You're a Texas guy.
Know what I said.
I'm gonna give a
I
worse.
I thought they'd get by a little later.
2 years removed from a national championship, redshirting some of their key players last season to make sure they're there this season.
Grant Gunnell, you're not a big fan? The Arizona legend?
Unreal. Ife Adeyi.
The Texas legend too. Oh, I pick again. Oh, I forgot.
I should have used that excuse in the last round.
I'll go Akron.
That was high on my board. I'll take Hawaii then.
That is
can't go wrong.
extremely good
Great
value there.
Yeah, I can't really go wrong there.
I'm gonna take the Northwestern Wildcats.
Oh, this back-to-back might be crazy.
Oh wait, I'm up. I truthfully like Nevada's also just so bad.
Yeah, Mountain West has a couple teams you could pick from. I'm gonna go with Jacksonville State here. I'm happy for them getting into FBS and whatnot, but I think the adjustment's gonna be a big one. I don't know. Sam Houston going before Jacksonville State is definitely interesting one to me.
I'm wondering where you fellas were last year. I wish that you were in here doing James Madison and the stinkers, making it easy for us.
Okay, man.
Karan, and
Um,
you wrote that article for the magazine too. So that tells
there's
me
gonna be like
you're in the
4
weeds.
half of the teams on here. I'm gonna have written like the previews for. So it's like-
Jacksonville State's like best defenders, a 5'10" edge rusher, pass
yeah,
rushing
it's
extraordinary.
they have a nice edge duo, but they're both like
Yeah.
5'8", and it's
Yeah, it's
just,
crazy. Jalen Swing's very good, but
And their
5'10"
quarterback's like
edge
28 years
rusher.
old.
yeah, their quarterback. He's eligible on his own. Sean Lewis, their tight ends on this. But anyways,
Jesus Christ, sir.
okay, so with my back to back, I will go. I'll go Stanford. I just I like Troy Taylor, but there's not much else to look forward to there.
That
That's
might
probably
be
the worst.
a,
It's probably the
Great
worst
pick.
Power 5 team.
that might be a biased Cal fan. Pick
Is
right
it?
there.
I mean,
Wow.
was I supposed to take
Wow.
out? Stanford's not very
No,
good.
definitely not. Oh man, that my ears are still ringing, man. You gotta give me a second to figure this one out. Oh my gosh. I feel bad. If I okay. I'm gonna take UO Monroe.
Mm. I'm gonna call back to Louisville having a coach now from the conference champion, undefeated.
Oh, this is
draft.
a good pick. Good pick.
And I'm gonna take Cincinnati.
Great pick.
Yeah.
I'm
There's
gonna
one
take.
team.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna take one of the worst defenses in the FBS of last year, and I'm gonna take Charlotte.
Yeah. No, there's one team that I'm curious to see if it ends up making it on here. But we'll see.
If Coach Poggi sees that, he's gonna put Matt in the headlock. Give him a knuckle sandwich.
First pick, I'm gonna go USF. And then I said on a preview, I don't think this team's gonna be very good. I think they're the worst team in the Big 12. I'm going West Virginia.
Mm. They stink.
That's a really good pick if you're looking for a team that stinks in the stinkers draft.
I'm gonna take New Mexico just because I think they're still bad, but the bad thing is they have UMass and Hawaii on their schedule, so they have games they can win, but they're still just a bad team.
They
So
also
I'm
have
gonna
New
take them.
Mexico State that they could be on the Mound West preview pod. Karan
Yeah,
and
we
I
hyped them
proudly
up, yeah.
said 4 wins, maybe 5.
Yeah.
I have a coin flip here between two MAC teams. I'm going to take Western Michigan.
Okay, I'm gladly gonna pick a team that I think has. They have 2 very losable games against a Group of 5 team and an FCS team. That's James Madison and William and Mary. I'm taking Virginia.
I had them high on my list, but it felt bad vibes. I don't know.
Okay. Do I want to do this? I'll do it. Shout out to Coach Prime. Shout out to Travis Hunter. But I'm gonna take Colorado. I just
Ooh.
I thought
The
about it so bad.
shout-outs.
I thought
Last year's
about it.
first overall with a bullet.
yeah. I
Oh,
hope
yeah.
I wish them well, but give me Colorado.
I
And
got
then-
the first pick in here last year. I was so hyped to get Colorado.
You took Colorado, and Andrewster was so mad.
Then on the back to back, I don't want to take 3 Pac-12 teams, so no Arizona State. I'll go with what's Indiana's schedule looking like? I'll go Indiana.
Dan, I'll trade you this pick and my 3rd rounder next year for Old Dominion. Oh man, this is now we're getting down to where it gets kind of tough to find a team, a program who truly embodies the stinker persona. There are a few out there though floating around like Rutgers and friends, but let's try and find our pick will be Tulsa.
Ooh.
I think Tulsa takes a step back this season. I like Braylon Braxton, but lost a lot. Kind of a tough schedule too. Washington, Oklahoma at Northern Illinois. Yikers in the 3 weeks.
So I have another Big Ten team and another Big 12 team that I could take, and another MAC, but I'm going to diversify and stay in independence. And it brings me no joy to report that I think this team is in for a long, tough year. But I'm going to take the Army Black Knights.
Ooh, I'm between two teams here. I'm gonna take Arkansas State. I think they've had like 5 wins combined the last 2 years, and they're not returning very many starters this year.
It's tough.
40 Rucker.
I was gonna pick them.
Sammy Johnson.
So
Mr. Irrelevant.
I'll go Rutgers. I feel like it's fitting. They're relevant in the Big Ten.
Literally the most fitting pick possible.
Go Rutgers.
Who else were you all thinking about taking?
Ball State.
UConn beat the Allegations this year. That's it's a big move for their program.
I was thinking about
Happy for
Texas
them.
State, but they play a lot of these other teams on this list.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Virginia
Bowling
And they
Tech.
Green,
turn over
Bowling
like
Green.
50 newcomers. They could be halfway decent.
Virginia Tech was on my mind. Boston College, but I really like Emmett Moorhead. Georgia Tech just kind of feels like a team that always has to be on the mind for one of these drafts.
You could take like 5 MAC teams that could just win
Oh
2 games
my
because of the MAC.
gosh. No,
I had
we're
Bowling
all
Green.
morons. Why did none of us take Iowa State?
Yeah, I have Iowa State.
I don't think
Purdue,
they'll be
and
that
Houston.
bad.
That feels like bad faith, but
Yeah.
either way, I don't think they'll lose. Like
I don't think Iowa State's not gonna be that bad.
I have Iowa
They-
State, Purdue, and Houston as teams. that
it's
could
not
be
like Hunter Deckers is actually like
bad vibes.
No, I mean he's not, but like they could still very well lose to Northern Iowa, and Ohio to start their season. Like, is it going to get better if that's how they start?
you bring
No
up a good
need.
point.
I was just looking at that conference. I think West Virginia's the worst team in that conference.
Yeah, no Arizona State. I mean, Arizona State, they're not particularly great.
But
I
they're
had
not
UA I had
particularly
UAB.
bad. We don't know
Yeah.
anything about it.
Yeah, but you could say that about a
Dilfer
lot
Dimes.
of. There's a lot of teams you could say that about in the Pac-12. So it's
Yeah, the Dilfer Dimes would have been a good pick. They're definitely on the mind. I spurned them for Tulsa.
I think-
Fire breathers only, man.
And I think Purdue is a potential deeper rebuild than possible. First time head
Really?
coach. I really don't like Graham Harrell as a coordinator. I don't know. I had him on my list. Obviously, I didn't pull the trigger everywhere, but
Dang, UAB actually really would have been a good pick.
yeah.
who's got the best collection of worst teams? Matt's is pretty
I
solid.
say I like
I don't have any.
That's-
I don't have any Power 5 teams.
Like
Yeah.
That's not necessarily a good thing. You might think of it because of the stigma, but that's not necessarily a good thing.
It's not like I took a good group of 5 teams.
No, I know, but just saying, I don't have any Power 5 teams, so yeah, I'm him. I just don't think it works like that. Like Virginia, Northwestern, Stanford, Colorado. These are all very good Power 5 picks.
Virginia's non-conference is absurd.
Yeah.
They have Tennessee and who was their other Power 5? They had 2 Power 5 games, and then James Madison and William and Mary, a top 5 FCS team and a top 7 group of 5 team in state that are going to both be going for the, I don't know.
I don't remember who. Let me figure out Virginia's other It was whenever this loads. Oh yeah, it was Tennessee. Yeah.
Besides,
It was
I have two future Power 5 teams. Hawaii and New Mexico both joining the Pac-8 in a couple years.
Tennessee,
Yeah.
James Madison, Maryland, William and
Oh,
Mary.
Maryland, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt undrafted. I
Like,
mean, their SEC has always been tough for them.
Yeah, but
They're
coach
gonna win 5 games.
Yeah,
They
Clark
they
said
they were decent last year. Sometimes they beat
Yeah, but-
Hawaii.
Clark said that like they're gonna be the #1 program in the country, so who knows? I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't. I want to say is I wouldn't want to be the guy that takes Vanderbilt in a stinkers draft and then they win the national championship that season.
You bring up a good point.
I have an oath not to bet against Vanderbilt after I bet on Hawaii in week 0 last year, and then Vandy dropped 70 on them. So I'm good on Vandy. They got it.
That's more of a betting on Hawaii thing than betting against Vanderbilt.
Which betting on Hawaii, good by Matt here. He went and did it, learned from his mistakes. I don't know. I think that this is maybe it's cliche, but I think that this sneakers draft is the most competitive of the 3 drafts that we've done.
I agree.
Yeah.
This is
Everybody's
the
got
other ones were
a terrible
brutal. Yeah, the other ones were brutal to draft, and this one's just brutal to look at.
Apologies to everybody who's a fan of a team who shows up on this list, but we do not have high hopes for your squad in 2023.
Hey man, shout out Jacksonville State though. Rich Rodriguez.
Double apologies. Apologies are on the list, and apologies you're a fan of them.
But also, like, just embrace that your team is so awful that us and the Sickos committee are going to enjoy watching them all season long for various reasons. Like, embrace the stinkerness. And Kent State fans just embrace going.
Let's go down and say who we're
11.
most afraid on our team is going to ruin this and make a bowl and give you 7. Give you 6, give you 7. On your team, who are you most afraid of ruining it for you? Karan.
I guess Colorado.
Yeah.
By default, we don't know anything about them other than that they sucked last year and they got a bunch of transfers, but I'm not very confident in the Pac-12 schedule. And either way, like I think I respect that they brought in as many transfers as they did, but their roster still doesn't do it for me right now in the Pac-12.
Liam, who's ruining it for you?
I don't think anyone is. If like
So humble.
You look at that list and you tell me who you think could actually make a bowl game. Like I don't see a team that can. My biggest worry is that being so obnoxiously low on Kent State backfires and they make the college football playoff. Like that's the only thing that I could see going wrong. I guess maybe Braylon Braxton like truly transcends into it like an incredible one of the top group of 5 quarterbacks in the country and could will Tulsa to a bowl game. But like I don't think that there's enough talent around him at all. Well, I really genuinely don't know looking at that who it could be. I guess no, like I can't even seriously like say Nevada steals a few. Like there's no one there. I've won the draft.
Kent State's going to win 6 games, and that clip of us talking about them, if they win 5, they're going to be a Hall of Fame team. That's going to go viral on us. That's what's going to happen.
I mean,
6,
Nevada,
they're the greatest team in college football.
Nevada
history.
has New Mexico and Hawaii on their schedule, so I mean,
and they're going to lose to both of them.
You think they're worse than
gonna
both of them?
them?
I think they'll at
they'll
least
split
split.
them. I think they're worse than New Mexico, and they split
I think they're worse.
for
I
me.
think they're worse than New Mexico as well, but
because Nevada's not going to beat. They're not going to beat Idaho, and I don't think that they're going to win at Texas State either.
Yeah, but at USC,
they could steal that for sure.
Yeah,
Dude. GJ Kinney wasn't there. Instead, GJ Kinney beat Nevada with the UIW.
Jake Spavital suppression.
I'm a little worried about Army. I do think they're going to be bad, but I'm projecting that there is a chance that they're competent on defense and win 5 or 6. And I look like a dummy.
My biggest worry is New Mexico, just because of how easy their schedule is. New Mexico State, Tennessee Tech, UMass, Hawaii. They have very winnable games on the schedule.
New Mexico's back.
They are, man. Dylan Hopkins, Brian Vincent. It's gonna be a movie.
Christian Washington, Dante Martin might be Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
I like my
Go
picks.
check it.
I think my
Go check out my preview.
Rutgers.
But Rutgers was just like a pure stinkers,
Yeah, it's a-
part of the stinkers pick. Like,
Don't
I
shit.
still
It was a
think
vibe pick.
Sam Houston before Jacksonville State. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I forgot about them. I'm not gonna lie. Keep it a stack. I think they're both gonna be bad. Whatever. You can have that
Yeah.
one game.
Yeah.
Dan Cincy, I think you're sleep on Cincy.
Really?
I
think-
think
I think- I think they're gonna be decent. I think they make a bowl.
if they're rolling out the Satterfield offense we saw at Louisville, a few
Isn't
years,
isn't
they ain't
Emory
doing
Jones
anything.
at Isn't Emory
Yeah.
Jones?
Yeah,
at
he's a
Cincy?
quarterback.
Like,
Yeah.
that offense
It's
ain't
gonna
gonna
be a
be
tough
pretty.
look.
The
Yeah.
Big Ten
Uh,
schedule isn't that hard compared to others.
Like, I understand the Sam Houston and Jacksonville State picks, obviously, and respect them, of course. But I mean, just after being in on JMU last season and seeing that they even exceeded the expectations that I had for them, like, I'm just going to be kind of afraid and wary of successful FCS programs transitioning into the FBS in a stinky conference like the Conference USA and being able
I
to
don't-
pick up wins here and there. Like,
I don't think you can compare Jacksonville State to JMU. JMU
no,
was
I'm not.
clear-
I'm
was
not
a significantly
comparing.
better
I'm not.
FCS
yeah.
team.
I'm not directly comparing them. I'm just like,
Yeah.
Jacksonville State was a very solid FCS program.
They were solid, yeah.
Yeah,
But I
I'm
just
not-
think
I'm
if it's not
comparing
like
to-
JMU was a good FCS program.
Yeah,
St.
they were a
Joseph's was good one.
powerhouse.
J State has had a couple, like recently they've been a solid like borderline playoff team in the FCS. I just don't think year one their offensive line is pretty pathetic compared to FBS standards, and they're just across the board. I don't think they're there yet, but we'll see.
No,
We
I-
are
it's more
in the
so-
weeds.
It's more so. It's more so about Sam Houston that
I think
I
Sam
worry
Houston
about.
maybe.
I think
Folks-
that they'll be better than Jacksonville State, and in a really bad Conference USA, like, there's a lot of winnable games for the Bearcats, and they returned a lot of players. They redshirted guys last season to make sure they had eligibility for this year. Like, they're well coached.
Folks, we are talking Jacksonville State offensive line depth. I think it's time to wrap it up. Hope you enjoyed the Stinkers draft. Hope you enjoyed our draft series on YouTube. Check out our magazine, $9.99 Transfer Portal CFB Preview Magazine. Read all about how terrible these teams are going to be this year. And we'll see you in the season. Thank you, everybody.